Hey, this is GemmyD's on Cars.
For GemmyD on Cars. It just started raining, which I thought I was going to miss it, but I am here with a car that my dad has as a loaner because his Lexus is getting serviced. It is a Lexus NX200t. There's my Mazda. Now, in all the reviews that I've read about this car, they're saying Lexus is very late to the game as far as the SUVs go. I mean, BMW, Audi, Mercedes have all had SUVs for a while now, so seems like everybody's making crossovers, so I'm sure Lexus wanted to take a little piece of the pie. Now this car has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. This is the first Lexus ever with the turbo. I mean, Lexus has been around I think since 1989, so this is the first car that has a turbo. It's got 235 horsepower. The looks are pretty controversial, if I'm honest. I mean, it has the corporate Lexus spindle grille, which is kind of love it or hate it, which I think it's alright. There's also a hybrid version that has a little bit less horsepower, but obviously better gas mileage. That has an even more interesting looking spindle grille. You can get HID headlights for the different version, but it's not bad looking. It's based on a Toyota RAV4 platform, but they say that they drive differently. This is going to be your more sporty car, but it's not bad looking. I love this paint. It looks almost chrome looking with the finish. There's my dad. He's currently waiting for me, but I like it. Nice finish on the wheels. The paint is definitely stands out. Interesting looking taillights. NX200. Yeah, when you step on the gas, that is the part that's illuminated. Just this tiny little area of the taillight over here. But yeah, it's nice. It's a decent looking car. Alright, let's go for a spin. Alright, so I'm in the inside of the NX now. Dad is driving. He was just going over a couple of the different drive modes. Right here there's Eco, Normal, and Sport. Now, did you feel any difference for the Eco and Sport?
Eco seems like a gradual, easygoing acceleration. Normal feels just that. Sport feels indeed like sportier.
Even better.
Yeah, zippier.
Now this interior is a pretty nice place to be. It seems, I don't know, I don't want to say it seems busy, but there's lots of buttons up here on the center stack. This is the huge center stack. It's got a nice looking screen, nice looking clock there, analog. You don't see that very often, but not bad. There's a nice little carbon fiber trim here. It's probably not real, but it looks pretty good. This is the little touchpad that you can do things with on the screen up there, and I've read and heard that it's kind of fiddly to deal with, kind of annoying. I mean, I'm used to it, but in my Mazda I just have a little click wheel that goes through everything, and it couldn't be easier to use. I feel like the little trackpad is kind of frustrating. Like, you can either try to write something with your finger, or you can go through the little things with the little wheel, but I don't know. Like with any system, you'd probably get used to it very quickly. But so, what's this car like to drive?
Smooth, pleasant, comfortable. Nice car. Has a smooth ride. Nice ride.
Does it feel? It certainly looks like a Lexus. I mean, we know Lexus
it feels like a Lexus.
Lexus is Toyota's luxury brand. It definitely feels more luxurious than, let's say, a RAV4, which this car is based off of. But nice steering wheel.
Very smooth, no noise, very quiet, no jiggles, no rattles. Smooth, pleasant vehicle.
because in this segment with, you know, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Acura, you need to stand out as far as have a couple features that, you know, the other cars don't have. Alright, you want to get on her?
The turbo responds very nicely.
I'm gonna go take a look in the back seat once we stop, but I think the back seat room looks pretty decent. I know the trunk would be a little bit smaller than a RAV4, but still not bad. Has a nice floor, or nice looking trim going into the trunk. I like the stitching that it has everywhere. On the door, there's that carbon fiber trim again. Up on the dash. I feel like car makers do that, kind of class it up a little bit, but it looks pretty nice.
Lane change.
Yeah, has the lane departure assist. The little light comes up in the mirror. I think that's pretty much standard with all cars nowadays. Any new cars, at least. This is pretty comfortable. Power seats too. I'm sure a RAV4 doesn't have that.
Well, not a passenger.
Yeah. It's got heated and cooled seats. Auto. Yeah, this seems pretty nice. Now, I mean, every single automaker there is making small SUVs, because now SUVs are outselling sedans, I think for the first time ever. So everybody makes one. Now they say if your company currently doesn't have something in the works as far as hybrid or electric aids, I mean you're done as a company. So this car has a hybrid version also. So, but that plays to Toyota's strengths, because the Prius has been around forever, you know, and more cars are going to start to have the hybrid technology. So this car had it from the start. Yep. We're going to trade in our Lexus for a Tundra with camo and a pink deer on the side of it.
You're crazy, man.
I'd have to see what the price difference would be as far as like a RAV4 compared to this. I'm sure it's a lot, meaning probably $5-7 grand at least, but I wonder if this is $5,000 to $7,000 better than a RAV4. That would be the question. I know the other options in this category are all very, very nice cars, you know, from the Germans. So I guess if you're a Lexus faithful and you need a small, sporty SUV, this would be the way to go. Alright, so I am taking the wheel now, the Lexus. Right away, put it into sport mode. The shifts are pretty aggressive. I'm sure the throttle is more responsive and the gas is way more touchier. Right away when I got in the car, it has a power button on the steering wheel to move the steering wheel up and down. That's pretty nice. Haven't seen that very much. There's my cousin right there, Lexus. Yeah, this is nice. Like Dad said, the seats are very comfortable. Not sure if they're full leather, if it's faux leather, but no matter what it is, pretty comfortable. Seems like all the buttons that I was referring to in the dash seem very, very close. I mean, within arm's reach. Like Dad was saying earlier, it feels a little bit heavier than a RAV4, because we have a friend who just got a new RAV4 and he just drove it, and I would tend to agree. Now there's also an F Sport version of this, which I think you can get red leather. That'll give you the different size grille, or different design grille, and the headlights. I'm sure that'd be more money, but the red leather looked pretty nice. As we know, Dad and I are suckers for red leather. Okay, Dad, what do you think about the red leather? I think Dad and I both are suckers for the red leather from our Alfa Romeo video. So I'd get almost any color if it had the red leather. All right, Dad's gonna put it in Eco. Just to see how that feels. I have a little display on the dash, tells me what sport or what mode I'm in. Yeah, right away, as soon as I step on the gas, it doesn't feel like it wants to go, but it makes sense. It kind of feels like it's stuck in sand or something. It's very different. It's amazing how they calibrate the different drive settings. You know, I don't even know how you would go about doing that. Sure, it's done with the computer, but it feels totally different. Like the Volvo video I did. I mean, that car was night and day when you go from normal or eco into the dynamic mode. I mean, it was crazy. But yeah, I would put this, if I was going on a long highway trip, I would pop this in eco and just go. Yeah, it's definitely wet outside. The brakes feel nice, composed, nice firm bite. Now, what do you think as far as this car compared to a RAV4? What are your thoughts?
This feels more substantial. It feels heavier. You pay more for it, but it does have more of a luxury feel. Now, a RAV4 is quite a good value.
Yeah, I was gonna say this car is a 4-cylinder with 235. I mean, you'd have to get the V6 RAV4 to get this kind of power. I think they have 268.
They no longer have a V6 RAV4.
Oh, really?
They have a 4-cylinder RAV4, and they don't have turbocharged available.
Right.
And these all are turbocharged.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another
that's
wave.
A big chunk of what you're paying for. Is that
Another wave of the future. All cars are becoming turbo because it allows you to have smaller engines but better gas mileage. I mean, every single Porsche 911 has a turbo now. You can't not get one without one. I mean, Ferrari has turbos now. They rarely used to. With the gas mileage legislation's coming out, everybody's gonna have turbos, smaller engines but better gas mileage. Yeah, this is the first Lexus I've driven in a long time, and it feels very, very comfortable, very smooth. Definitely late to the party, but it's still a good option. Now, when I got back here, the seat moved back when I hit turn the car off, so this seat is back further than where I would have it, and I mean, not that much room, but it's not bad. These seats are very comfortable. I don't know if that's like a Lexus thing, but these are nice. I mean, let's be honest, if you have 2 or 3 kids, this car is going to be way too small for you. But somebody like my wife and I, we have 1 child. I feel like this would be enough space. I'll show the back there, but this seems pretty nice. Very comfortable. It's got the trim and the stitching in the back. In a segment with a bunch of different good choices for a small SUV, I would consider this a contender. I mean, I haven't talked about Volvo with their new XC60, but your Germans, your BMW, Audi, Mercedes, all would be worth a look, but you can't forget about this. Toyotas have the reliability that the Germans do not have, so if you value safety and reliability over performance and styling, this could be a good car for you. If this is the first time you're seeing my channel, please browse and hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.